This week on the Wreck My podcast, we talk about the ultra-popular franchise Pokémon. For many of us, it was a childhood obsession, but for some of us, it continues to be an affluent part of our lives, with new games still coming out and the cultural phenomenon that was Pokémon Go. With a new installment being released later this year for the Nintendo Switch, we sat down to discuss our love of the games and test our knowledge. Will we be the best like no one ever was? Find out on this episode of Wreck My Childhood.
Have you caught them all?
I have not. So,
I never caught them all.
all right, guys, you ready to start this? We're going to be talking about Pokemon. As you could tell by everyone's shirt, except for me and Kipka, we are talking about Pokemon.
I thought this was Digimon.
Get out. We will be speaking a little bit about Digimon today, actually, because I have a lot of fan theories and stuff like that we're going to be getting into.
Okay, cool.
But first, let me introduce my guests. If you tuned in last week, you'll see we have the same exact cast and the same exact spots. It's amazing. It's the first time ever, but we have Cole at the end. We have Cam there. Kipka, Joe, me is Jordan. If you're listening to the audio voices, you'll figure it out. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, you can. If you want to check us out on Apple Podcast app, you can. You can also check us out on Stitcher, on Castbox, on other major podcast apps. You can leave a rating and review to help us out. New episodes come out every Wednesday and Saturday if we have bonus content. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Wreck My Podcast. Okay, now that we're done with that,
Good at saying that. Really
now
fast.
that we're done with that, we can move into what we really want to talk about, and that is Pokemon. So this is a mega franchise, if you don't know, about pocket monsters, which if you've never played or don't know what it is, that sounds slightly sensual and kinky.
It does.
But it's not. It's a child's thing. So
Come see my pocket monster.
yeah, come see my pocket monster. So there are 6 generations of games now, with new ones being added almost yearly. Started out with 151 Pokemon. We are now up to, can anyone guess how many we're up to now?
700 something or 800 something.
It's got to be
My
over
guess.
9,000.
9,000 over.
Wrong franchise.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh,
9,000.
we just got all the Dragon Ball Z fans tuning in.
1,003.
It is 802 is where we are at now. I don't know if that adds mega evolutions or not. I didn't go that
No,
far
it
into
It's a
research.
mega
It does not.
evolution.
It's exactly
a
what it
mega
sounds like.
evolution.
I don't
And
think
so
it does.
there are new element types that have been added, I think, since the 4th generation. Is that correct, Joe?
Yes.
Dark Steel and Fairy were added. And then most of you will probably know the cultural phenomenon known as Pokemon Go, where literally people died and created traffic jams because of this game, which
For the
just
total
shows...
of 2 months.
2 months, yeah. I remember the summer it came out, I was traveling for work, and I remember just all the different cities going there, and there were just hordes of people congregating around like parks and monuments, and I was like, this is insane, this is amazing. And then 3 months later, no one was playing it anymore.
Fun fact, and there's a new same style game that's out, basically exactly like Pokemon Go, but it's Jurassic World, and you're like researching dinosaurs.
Is that the one that's augmented reality where you have
Yes.
like the dinosaurs in it?
Yeah.
It's just like Pokemon, where you had like the augmented reality.
Too late to the game, too
Yeah.
little too late, I'm sorry. But Pokemon, so the new Pokemon that's coming out, because we were going to do this episode anyway this week, but this week what released was a trailer for the new Pokemon game coming out in November of 2018 called Pokemon Let's Go. Eevee Edition, Pikachu Edition. What edition are you guys going to get, Eevee or Pikachu?
Eevee.
Who's going to get Eevee?
I'm gonna get
Eevee?
I am getting
No.
Eevee.
I'm getting
Pikachu.
Pikachu for sure.
Pikachu? Okay, I'm getting Eevee, so I'm the
Well,
tiebreaker. 3 Eevee, 2 Pikachu.
You can choose
Whatever.
any evolution for
No, you
Eevee.
can't. I read that you can't.
you
It
can't?
can't evolve it.
I don't care. Eevee's way cuter than
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Oh,
If
Eevee's
we
so
can't
lame.
evolve it,
And you'll
then
never
I'm
get
gonna go
electrocuted
Pikachu.
by an Eevee. I mean,
You just get
Pikachu's
the
always...
cuddle one, and it'll be your friend.
Exactly, yeah. I want an Eevee. So
Oh, yeah,
anyway...
I would love an Eevee in real life.
I
It's like
can't-
a dog.
I do have an Eevee. That's very true.
Do you know how excited I just got? I was like, wait, where? Where'd
Yeah,
you
I
get
know,
one?
right? So did I. I like stopped for a second. I'm like, they have like live EVs? What's going on? All right. So the one thing I want to mention here is we have some super fans of Pokemon. We have Cole and Cam who have tattoos, which
do.
Cole messed up and did not wear the shorts. So, but they have starter Pokemon tattooed on their bodies. Cole, I believe you have Charmander
I have Charmander and I have Pikachu.
and Pikachu. So you're getting yellow and red and blue in there. I like it. And then Cam, you have a Squirtle
I do have a Squirtle.
because no one likes Bulbasaur. I'm sure there's someone
That's
out there.
true. I have a friend who likes Bulbasaur. It's her favorite.
Well, there you go. Tell her
she
to get a
have a
tattoo. Yeah.
doesn't have a
It's not
tattoo,
her
okay.
favorite if she does not have a tattoo. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool idea for a tattoo is kind of get the starters. Were those the starters you always chose when you played the games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I was a Charmander person myself.
That's
I
what's up.
liked
As you should be.
I liked yellow only because you could get all three of them. You didn't have to choose, and I was like, this
Right.
is awesome. This is just it was just like the anime, and I was so happy.
I say you need a full Charizard on the back. Full
yeah.
back tattoo
Oh,
of Charizard.
dude, yeah.
Full back.
But like
Full back
Japanese
Charizard.
style?
Where, like,
Yes,
the wings
that would
are
be
on your
so
back,
cool.
everything
That
goes
would be
down
really
to the
cool.
That'd be
wings.
really cool
Like
for.
what's the Red Dragon movie?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Hannibal Lecter one.
Oh no.
But like Charizard instead of that painting.
Oh
I
man,
don't
good
want to
movie.
be. I don't want to be him. So.
that would be so
It's a good movie, though.
awesome. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how much we know about Pokemon. So I believe Cole and Cam, you guys know a lot about the first generation of stuff, Red and Blue, but not much past that, correct?
I think I played up until the last one, Sun and Moon, but I didn't really play the last one.
Oh, okay, so you played all of them then.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think was your favorite in the franchise?
Which game?
Yeah, like what
Oh.
generation?
Well, definitely first.
Yeah, you think first.
But I mean, each generation had like a little bit
Mhm.
of a cool, like
Gimmick.
new gimmick. Yeah.
I'll tell you this: I was super stoked when Black and White came out because the whole concept of it was way more heady, and I thought the plot was gonna be better. But that's the only one I didn't finish because I feel like it was just
Repetitive.
boring. I don't know. Like in theory, I thought it was gonna be way cooler than it was. I
Was
don't
that the
know.
one with the weird like Skull Kid gang, or was that the most
No,
recent?
No.
No, that was
That's,
XY.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
XY.
XY is when they
Like-
moved over into 3D and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
Black and White was the
Was
one.
that XY or was that
No, that was XY.
Omega Ruby and
Well, Omega
Ultra
Ru-
Sapphire?
No, that was just the old Magma or not.
Oh, that's right. Magma and Aqua or whatever they
Yeah,
were.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there's so many now. It's ridiculous.
Oh my
No
gosh.
idea.
Yeah,
But
Skull
yeah,
was-
Kip. I'm not even gonna ask Kipka what his favorite is
I did
because.
silver and gold, and then I
So you made it to second
well,
generation.
then I did fire red when they.
Oh, yeah.
the remake.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
first generation.
Yeah, that's
I read
good.
it
But
like-
Cam, how about you? How far did you get in all this?
I think I got about halfway through the third generation and
Okay.
stopped.
Yeah.
But like the first generation is just life.
Yeah, it's good, and I'm glad they did the fire red and leaf green because I like the updated graphics. Because going back and trying to play red and blue on like black and white, it was too difficult. I'm like, we need a little bit of updated graphics here. How far in the anime did you guys get?
Ooh. Well, I've almost watched every of the movies,
Nice. I think
But
there's
I-
14 of them now.
and I own most of them, but I haven't watched all the TV series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's too much.
I'd say the movies are the way to go, only because the anime just there's so many filler episodes that are pointless. How far did you get, Cam?
In the anime.
Yeah,
The first
first
one,
season.
and then like hit that point in junior high where I was like,
Mhm.
I'm too cool for Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then like secretly watched it.
Well, that's like that's like me too. I hit a point about high school where I was, or junior high or high school or wherever. I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. And then a few years ago, I got back in like hardcore into it. I played the games a lot, but I never watched anime. And then I watched like the first 5 seasons, which is like 270 episodes. And then I watched X and Y. And then I started Sun and Moon, and yeah, it's
all been
bad.
downhill
Yeah,
from
it's
there.
all been downhill from there. I feel less of a man, but those ones they get really bad at some point, like just terrible.
You
But-
need to watch Pokemon Origins. Have you-
Oh, that is
oh
really
yes,
good.
is that the
That's-
YouTube one?
Yeah. It's
it was.
Or
on
was it
Amazon
Amazon
Prime?
Oh, Amazon Prime. Yeah. I knew it was on something weird. I watched
Yeah.
a few of them because you turned me on to that a while ago, or
Yeah.
whenever it came out. I forget when it came out,
Yeah.
but it's super cool because it retells those stories and everything, and the artwork is just amazing
It's
on it.
insane.
I love it. It's so good. But how about you, Joe? How far did you get? I know you played all the games because me and you typically
actually,
played
no, I
them
haven't
together.
played all the
Oh, I
games.
thought you played all of them.
No, I played Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Gold. After that, I was basically like them. I stopped playing Pokemon for a long time, and then saw videos of X and Y, and I said, "Wow, is this how Pokemon looks now?" I'm like, "This is awesome!"
Yeah.
Went out, bought a 3DS and Pokemon Y just for that purpose. Played it, and then I have been playing it since Omega Sun and
Yeah.
or Omega what was it, Ruby?
So do you have any
Sun
desire,
and-
Kipka, to go
and-
back and play any of the games since you were into it way back then and the graphics are getting better? Or are you just like, nope, I'm done? Did you play Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I mean, I still have it on my phone. I haven't deleted
You're
it.
a gym
I guess.
leader somewhere?
No.
Surprised you still have it on your phone.
I mean, I just haven't deleted it. I haven't gone
Yeah.
on it.
I played Pokemon Go every day and have
Yeah.
since it came out.
Oh,
man.
so you
I
still play it now?
And my girlfriend and I still play all the time, and she's away in grad school in Washington. And we have a Pokémasters group chat, me, Cole, and her, and we'll
That
like
is so funny.
text each other screenshots when we catch something new.
That is great.
Are you a
Yeah.
gym leader?
Oh, always, constantly a gym leader.
So, have you found that as it goes on, it's harder to catch, or are you finding more, or how's the gameplay? Because I haven't played
So
since.
they're up to Gen 3 now.
Okay.
And they introduced a new questing system.
Okay.
Where you can complete daily tasks, and if you do it for a complete 7 days, you get an encounter with a legendary.
Wow.
And
so they're going
Wow.
full RPG on this.
Right,
Like
and
you
then
got to grind.
And then they have another one. It's like 2 tiers. You work with Professor Willow, and he's trying to find Mew, and you have a bunch of tasks to complete. And at the end, you get a chance to catch Mew at the end.
Nice.
And I've caught Mew, so
So you got Mew just sitting in your PC or whatever they have on that game.
just sitting there.
Nice.
Has,
I like it.
Mewtwo come out yet?
I think you can encounter Mewtwo in a raid, but they haven't done it in the States yet, if I'm not
So
mistaken.
can you can get the legendary birds then at this point,
Oh,
correct?
yeah. I've
Okay.
got
So those
Moltres
have.
and Zapdos, and I'm going to get Articuno tomorrow.
And the
Oh
dogs?
wow.
And the dogs?
I'm gonna get.
Well,
Articuno
I haven't seen
How
tomorrow.
far are the dogs? Third gen?
Oh, look at that.
they're
Those
second
are
gen.
Dogs are
Second gen.
Yeah, they were.
The
gold and
Why did I think
silver.
they were so? I thought second gen was
Wow,
Lugia
that looks
and
interesting.
It is.
so they're all the same.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember the dogs in the second generation?
They
Because
were
it
very
wasn't like-
difficult to find, actually.
Yeah, you had to like travel around to search.
Oh,
They were
okay.
in
For the
random
sprite, yeah.
spots, and once you found them, they were going to instantly run away, but then you had
Yeah.
to look them up on your Pokedex to try to figure out where they were next.
Well, I guess because once I beat gold and silver, I didn't play the Kanto region stuff. I kind of just like, hey, I beat it, and then I didn't know till later. I was like, well, there's a whole nother game here. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I
Yeah.
feel like this is going to be the nerdiest podcast we've had yet.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be less. There's gonna be a lot less jokes in this one, and a lot more just discussing, most likely.
Brett
but,
Swinehart.
Sure, it's
yeah,
gonna be a joke.
Brett
Tuning out.
Swinehart is gonna be like, I hate this crap. So.
Pokemon sucks.
Yeah, so let's get into some of the fan theories I have. But one thing I want to
Pokemon
bring up
Dryer.
real quick,
Yeah, it is Pokemon. Dry.
who I want to know, and maybe you guys can lend me your knowledge. I want to know how the Pokédex works in the sense that is the Pokédex like Wikipedia, where whoever catches the first of the species gets to put the entrance in, or like people can just update it whenever they want? Because let's be honest, some of those entries are super exaggerated and ridiculous and sounds like a 10-year-old wrote it, like trying to troll everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, how does that work? Is it Wikipedia, or is there like a national Pokédex association that like oversees all this? Like,
and you have a Pokemon in your office right here.
oh, what is it?
I'm catching a Kabuto right now.
Oh, a Kabuto. Wow, nice. How fancy. How come when I played Pokemon Go, there was never any
Isn't,
Pokemon
I
in
just
my
like to
office?
say I did that was a one shot.
Nice.
It's
I
KO.
like it.
Isn't Kabuto a like ancient Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, we will
Like one
get
of the
into the
fossil
reason why
ones?
they're
This
in
is a
that
pretty
game in a
old
little
building
bit.
right now.
That's one of my fan theory things in here. But does anyone know what this Pokedex deal is, or is that just
What?
left to
I
the
think you're right.
imagination?
This.
I think you're right.
Oh,
I
that's
think
a
it's a,
Lilip, dude. So it's like a weird rock type.
Oh, that's
flower thing.
weird.
Yeah.
New Pokemon.
I like it. Yeah, I knew Pokemon. I like
No,
it.
I feel like it is like a Wikipedia. The first person to catch it is able to write something in. Because you're right, some of them are
Catching it, too.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because like, if you play the game and you watch the show and everything, it's like he's giving them this brand new thing.
Yeah.
So if you're basing it off that, then it's off like a 10-year-old is writing these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing
even though
is,
first
the thing is,
experience,
like
yeah.
Dexter or whatever the Pokedex's name is knows everything about it before Ash encounters him. So that's why I'm
That
like,
doesn't make sense.
well, Professor Oak had, because Professor Oak's like, go find everything for me. I'm like, obviously you found everything because the entries are already in here.
Yeah, he didn't just write that up.
Yeah,
Maybe there's the entries, and then once you see the Pokemon, like they didn't have that other information. Like, here's the site and here's the knowledge.
They had to be
they're-
connected.
Yeah, they need to be
maybe.
connected.
I also feel like there's so much inconsistency because in the game it'll say one thing, and then in the anime it's like in the game it'll be like it's hotter than the sun, and then in the game they're like, yeah, it's a fire Pokemon. Like, okay, not as nice, but
Yeah.
sure.
It's a fire Pokemon, but if you let the flame on its tail go out, it dies.
It dies. It's like, what? That's crazy. No. Okay. So I always had that question, and I'm bummed that it never got answered.
In the games, does the fact that it's still like turn-based bother you?
No.
Like,
No,
you
I
hit.
love
it's gotta be
I-
that way.
You hit.
Does anyone else turn off the animation though? Like when I am really playing, I turn off battle animation, so it's
No.
just like boom, boom, boom. Because some of those animations, especially in the newer ones where you do the Z powers and stuff,
Yeah,
it takes
they're long.
forever.
yeah, it's like a whole freaking Dragon Ball Z episode, and I'm like, I don't got time for this, man. I need to roll through these people and get to whatever the Pokemon League is called now.
I do have one thing to say about the games, or especially for the new ones. I don't know if you guys felt this way as well playing the new ones. Do they seem ridiculously easy? Or way easier than the old ones were?
A lot
Oh yeah,
easier.
they need to have a difficulty setting for sure. Like I hope they have something like that on the new console game because it's getting boring because you just roll through everyone.
Yeah, there's no
Well,
challenge.
maybe we just know how to play now since it's been like.
True, that's true.
When we were younger, we didn't realize that fire is good against grass and stuff. We're like,
Yeah.
I don't know why my Pikachu can't beat this Onyx right now.
Oh, you're using Hydro
He does in
Pump.
the
I'm gonna hit
show.
you with that tail whip.
Yeah. So moving on to fan theories. So I'm sure a lot of us already know. So we're going to talk more for the audience who are tuning in because they want to learn more about this awesome thing called Pokemon that we
Right.
are masters of.
If you lived
We've
under
caught
a
them
rock.
all, and they haven't. So we're going to lend them our wisdom here. Clefairy and Gengar connection. Do you guys know that one?
They look similar.
I've heard it.
Yes.
They-
So it is Gengar is known as the shadow Pokemon, and he's obviously the same as Clefairy. They have the same body type, the same body structure. They're almost identical for a few little peripheral frills going on. And so they think that that's the shadow of Clefairy, but fun fact here, Gengar is actually an abbreviation of the Japanese word for doppelganger. So they kind of threw that in there too. So
Interesting.
the Japanese people are probably like, yeah, duh, no, that makes sense. And we're sitting here like, whoa, we figured that out after years of contemplating, you know? So that's a cool one. How about the Butterfree and Venomoth mix-up? You guys know that one?
No,
No.
we don't.
That.
All right, hang on. Let me pull up my visual aids here for you.
Nice.
You have visual aids.
I have visual
We
aids.
have
That's what the TV's
PowerPoint.
for. So the Butterfree Venomoth mix-up is, if you look at Venonat and Butterfree, same eye structure, same body structure, very similar. If you look at Caterpie Metapod and then you look down at
Wow.
Venomoth, they have a very similar eye and body structure. So what a lot of people think is they messed up and they were supposed to have Butterfree and Venomoth switched in the evolution process, and then like last minute they changed them for some reason. So when you actually look at it,
Wants a Venomoth.
well, when you, I'd rather have a Venomoth than a Butterfree, honestly. But
Butterfree's pretty cute.
but like when you look at it, it makes sense, and it's so weird to me. I've never noticed that. I just when I was doing research, that popped up, and I'm like, that's really cool.
Besides, you can't have the anime where Ash is like giving Butterfree like away. You
Oh,
can't
yeah,
have that
like
same
release-
thing with the
release-
Venomoth.
Yeah.
Bye-bye Butterfree.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Bye
that's
Bye
like the
Butterfree.
saddest episode.
I love how every time Pokemon the anime gets a sad moment, they have some weird pop music playing, like "I Will Go On," like Celine Dion in the background. Like, what is this? It's
So you're just watching Selena scenes.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. So that's the Butterfree and Venomoth mix-up. The next one, you guys know about the quantum mechanics with Pokeballs?
I don't know quantum mechanics about anything.
Okay, so there's a. Well, let me explain it here. I have my my board here. I'll write out the formulas for you.
Okay, great.
So the Pokeball theory is that it uses quantum mechanics to convert Pokemon to light and store them as data. And there is science in the show that actually backs this up. I don't know where, but apparently people say the big fans say there is. And it's a good defense for those that think housing Pokemon in a Pokeball is inhumane. But it still doesn't defend the fact that we force them to fight and to pretty much exhaustion. But at least when they're in the Pokeball, they're not suffering. they're
happy.
turned to light and data and then stored in a Pokeball. And when they come out, they have no clue that there's just like a moment.
Mike Vick sees nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question then.
Yeah.
So if the Pokemon is turned into light and data, why can't they do that to a human?
Whoa.
Wow.
And then you just have your best friend on your
On
holster.
your hip. Ha.
That's a good question.
Kind
Probably
of
because
slavery.
this was meant for 10-year-olds. And
I do have a question about that.
fan theories are not meant to make sense all the way. Just to a certain point, and then you stop and don't think about it
Then we
anymore.
think of another
Yeah,
theory.
exactly. Move on to the next thing. What's your question, Joe?
So my question about this theory is if that's true and
Uh-huh.
all it's doing is just turning the Pokemon into light and data, what's the difference between a Pokeball and a Great Ball and an Ultra Ball and Master Ball and Dive Ball and Nest Ball, all the balls? What's
All
the
the
difference
balls.
between
Catch
them
rate?
if all they do is just
Obviously, the
Turn
catch
them
rate's
Your
into-
catch rate?
Come
Why
on,
don't they
catch
just
rate.
make a
the
good
speed,
one?
question.
the speed at which they turn into light and data is different?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's go ask at Pokemon Fan 36 what their idea is.
Well, there's computers with like more processing power.
Well, here
So-
with that
Sure,
idea,
I guess, like
with
faster
that idea in
processors,
mind,
faster speed. That makes sense.
yeah, god damn.
never mind. I don't have that one. in there.
Calm down.
I have
Kid.
another theory. I wrote a bunch of other theories that have to do with the anime mostly for when we do another episode about the anime instead of the
Whoa,
games.
Spoiler.
But one of them is about Digimon and Pokemon and how Digimon are just corrupted Pokemon files. They got lost in a digital world.
Interesting.
I like it.
So that's that
I
one.
like that a lot.
So I'm not going to get too depth to that one because I don't remember it and I have all my notes written on a different piece of paper. But that's another thing in there. So if that goes along with the quantum mechanics idea that it does turn them to light and data, then that connection can be made as well. But that's getting a little ridiculous. I don't think it was meant to be that way. Obviously, people are drawing that conclusion.
Well, if it turns him into light and data, go back to Gengar, and he's a shadow Pokemon.
Ooh, and yeah, Ghost
Ooh,
Pokemon. What
yeah.
about that?
Pokemon, so, like, how do you convert something that is literally just the negative space from blocking light into light?
Magnets, how do they work?
The fifth law of
Miracle.
Yeah.
thermodynamics.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a thing that
Yeah.
I'm just going
There's-
to take at face value.
We only know 3 laws. There's actually 26 of them out there. We just don't know what the other 23 are.
That's fine, yeah.
How many laws of thermodynamics are there actually?
What do
Are
you
there
keep
3?
asking like quantum and
Yeah.
mechanics? Like,
Yeah, acting like
what
we
do you
know
think you're
this
asking
stuff.
right now?
So, welcome to our episode on the Big Bang Theory. Moving on to the
TV
next
show.
one.
Buzzing.
So, buzzing.
That's the first time I've ever said that.
and the last time you should. So, Pokemon Sun and Moon, we've all played it, correct? Or except for Kipka.
Incorrect.
I didn't finish it though.
Then finish it.
I finished it.
So,
I finished
Pokemon
it.
Sun and Moon is the first time where it changes up the roles in the game, where you're actually the rival, and your quote-unquote rival is actually the protagonist you usually play as. So, the guy How, who we play as, I think is his name, How. Oh no, How is our
How is your
friend.
friend.
How is our friend.
So it's
Normally,
like, it's Cobra Kai.
yeah, exactly. Normally the rival is like an obstacle to you, but in this game, he kind of always shows up after you've defeated things.
Yeah.
Where normally that's your role, like you show up after Blue or Gary or whoever defeated, and then you have to get through that. So they kind of switch those roles on us on that one, and I never realized that till I read it, and I was thinking about it, I'm like, that's so true. Like, we actually were playing that role.
As Gary.
And yeah, so, I mean, we weren't like jerks or anything, like, smell you later, douchebag. But, like, you know, that's kind of interesting.
You were
that at
playing it
least
wrong
they're-
then.
I know, I was playing it wrong. And so, getting into the Pokemon Go theory, I feel like Cam kind of knows this theory, because you were about to say something about Pokemon Go down there, about the Kabuto.
Oh, just a little bit. I was just going to be like, yo, it was a fossil Pokemon. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Well, so the proverbial people, believe that Pokemon Go is the first game in the franchise timeline, and that we are living it. So when the game came out, not all 151 Pokemon were discovered yet. You weren't able to capture them all,
Right.
which means that it was the first time that the idea of capturing Pokemon had become a thing, and Professor Oak sent us all out to collect data on these new ones, and that's why more kept coming out after a while. And since the idea of capturing a Pokemon was relatively new, we didn't have to weaken the Pokemon to capture them yet, because we didn't have the idea of strategic battle. We just knew, like, oh, we got to go catch them.
Just throw
and,
candy at them or
and
something.
because
Throw a berry.
there was no
Berries, yeah.
strategic battle concept yet, we can't teach our Pokemon new moves. Is that correct still? You still can't teach
You
them
can
new
now.
You can now,
now,
but
yeah.
then you couldn't because it hadn't evolved yet to that.
Right.
Evolved to that yet. And so the only way to level up Pokemon back then was with with candies. And the thing is, because we use so many candies in this stage of the Pokemon timeline, by the time we get to Red and Blue, they're rare candies because we've used them all up.
Interesting.
We can't produce any more candies.
Yes. And
Pokemon
also,
taking over manufacturing.
because this is so early in the timeline, the Pokemon League had not yet been formed, which is why the gym leaders change so often and there's no badges. And one last thing we'll get to is Aerodactyl, Ammonite, and Kabuto are all able to be caught because in this timeline it's before they became extinct and
Interesting.
fossils. So that's the big fan theory behind Pokemon Go being the first in the timeline. Like, we're playing
stage.
the beginning of this Pokemon phenomenon happening. And then you can get into the whole idea of Pokemon are a creation of nuclear testing and stuff like that. But we won't get that far into it.
so
What about Unknown? The one where you had to go up and down the beach to get the
Unknown?
Oh,
You mean
missing number.
Yeah, missing number.
Yeah.
I
There is
remember
an
that one.
unknown Pokemon though.
There
It's
is.
like all the
Ninja
symbols.
too, yeah, and you have to spell out some.
Did
weird
you guys
puzzle.
as kids ever try and catch all the different
that
hieroglyphics and think it was something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought like you would win something, so I tried really hard, and you don't win anything. It's kind of like the Tootsie Pop with the dude
The
shooting
shooting
the
the
star,
arrows,
and you're
yeah.
like, I win, and it's like, no, you didn't. Everyone gets that. So the one of the last ones we'll talk about here is the missing father theory. So obviously we all
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
know that
Daddy
the
issues.
father's never really present.
It's always a
And-
single parent.
So many people subscribe to the theory of the Pokemon War, the Great Pokemon War, which is why there's not a lot of middle-aged men in the game. Is because there was this big war before where everyone died. Lieutenant Surge says something ambiguous to the sense of my Raichu was with me in the war or whatever. And then that kind of explains why there's just a bunch of kids, women, old people, and Team Rocket over there. But a lot of people think that there's a simpler explanation that is less dark, that his dad is actually just a salaryman, which is a common thing in Japan, which means that you're gone working about 6 days a week for many hours, usually in another city. So you're not very present most of the time, and that his mom is just a house mom, and that's why his dad is actually alive, but he's just never around because he's working and providing for the family.
So he comes
and
back
they never
home and is
show
like, you
him.
let our kid leave the house.
Yeah,
for
exactly. He doesn't care.
years.
But the more depressing theory is that his dad actually abandoned the family when his mom was pregnant with Ash, or Red, whoever you want to talk, and that he is actually the Pokemon guide, or the gym guide, the guy that shows up at all the gyms to give you information,
Oh,
because
yeah.
his guilt got the better of him, and he's like, I need to somehow show the right path to my child. And he's just showing, because he doesn't do it for anyone else, he just does it for you, and he's always stalking you
guy
there. So he's
believes
kind
in
of
you so
following
much,
you on
too.
your journey, and he believes in you so much
That's
and
not
everything.
depressing,
So
that's
that's
funny.
yeah. I mean, it's
depressing.
kind of depressing if it's real, but it's funny because it's just like this little thing they put in there as a mechanic to teach you in the game is now a fan theory about how your father abandoned you. Like
That was clearly written by someone who's just so sad and
Yeah.
it does not have
Exactly,
a dad.
yeah.
They were like, Ash is like
yeah,
me.
he's like me. I want him to be like me. Seriously.
Yeah.
So it's kind of depressing in that sense. But and then there's a lot more like crazy theories, like all ghosts are dead humans. That theory and stuff like that. There's a lot of Pokedex entries that actually say like Yamask or whatever that one is.
You see the
Says that he's a dead human.
the link I sent you about the guy for based off Snorlax.
Yeah, Snorlax, one of
Like,
the
art
creators.
director, like,
yeah.
one of the coworkers was just like some fat guy,
And he looks. It's kind of racist because
like-
yeah.
well, they're
he
not
looks
racist;
like-
they're all Japanese.
It is, but I mean, okay, yeah, that's true, I guess. Jeez. Well, okay. Speaking of that, there's a theory that Brock has a Medusa curse on him, which is why he can never open his eyes. Because if he did, people would turn to stone, and that's why he's a rock-type gym leader, because they're already stone.
Oh wow.
Or maybe he's
How
just
crazy
maybe
is that?
Maybe he's just stoned.
Yeah, he's stoned. He can't actually see. So there's a lot out there. We won't get into all of them. There's the coughing and Weezer being failed experiments. There was the whole Pokemon created from a nuclear fallout. Black and White takes place in a post 9/11 New York. Lavender Town Syndrome. Ditto is a failed Mewtwo experiment. Cubone wearing the dead mother's skull. All those. But my favorite one of all of them is the Ghost Girl one, which I'm going to show you here with this. So this is the Ghost Girl, the elusive Ghost
creepy.
Girl. And I don't know if you guys remember her,
Yeah.
but so this is the website. If you remember, and I think it was X and Y. Yeah, X and
Yeah,
Y.
I remember
You go
this.
into this building, and then when she's like right behind you, and she says, "Oh, you're not the one." Like she's waiting for someone or something. Well, fast forward a year, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire come out, and she is in this cemetery in that one as well. So now she's shown up in 2 entries. And then when you get to, is this
That's Sun and Moon.
Sun and
Sun and
Moon, the gym leader, right here, wait for it when it cuts to black, boop, she pops up right
Wait,
there.
what?
So it's really hard to see. But the
she didn't.
yes, if
She
you
does
go,
not pop up.
yeah, and the frame before it cuts to black, like if you paused it on the very last frame before it cuts to black, I've seen it that she's sitting there, and then once you are done talking to this girl, you do the point of view of that chair. So see where that is. Now you're the point of view of that chair, slowly creeping in. It's the only time you ever slowly creep in on a conversation in the whole game. So it's like you're the Ghost Girl point of view right there.
What is up with the ghost girl?
No, they don't know what it explained yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been explained.
It's never
at
been
all
explained yet.
Well, there's
So-
a new game out. I wonder if she's in it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I like how creepy that is. I feel like this is intentional,
Oh,
where
yeah.
all these other fan theories I don't think are intentional. I think that this is the only one where they were kind of like, all right, people are getting a little ridiculous. Let's actually throw them a little bit of birdseed and let them chase their tail a little bit. What do you guys think?
That one's kind of scary. I don't know why they'd even want to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of dark for a kid's game.
Well,
We'll see what it does.
They know that a lot of adults actually play these.
Well, let's be honest here. There's never mind. We'll get into that another time. All right, so
All right,
let's
let's not
move
be
on.
honest
then.
Now that we've talked, or I've talked your ear off, and haven't let you guys really chime in on anything. Let's get to a fun game for you guys.
Yeah.
Let's get to a game. Now you guys get to have fun. Called Guess the Element. And
Okay,
this-
welcome everyone that skipped past the
Yeah,
20
just
minutes
just
of that.
move to the 22-minute part. Yeah. So I like it. I'm gonna put that in post. We'll have that song play. It's gonna be great.
That'll be the new theme song.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to guess the element. And this game will probably be a little bit better for our video viewers, but it's good for our audio listeners. You're just not going to get to see the picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the name of a Pokemon. I'm going to throw the picture up there for you of what it looks like. And then I'm going to give you a Pokedex entry. And then I need you guys to tell me what you think the element is, the type, okay?
Are they all single elements or double?
I think almost all of them are double elements.
What?
All right?
That's insanity. I don't
But
even know.
if you can get, yeah, all right, we'll see. So here's the first one, Inkay. So Inkay, it flashes the light emitting spots on its body, which drains its opponent's will to fight. It takes the opportunity to scuttle away and hide. That's from Pokemon Y.
I'm gonna say water and poison.
Okay, water and poison.
Psychic
Mm-hmm.
and flying.
Okay.
That's two of the same thing, basically. I don't know.
I'm
actually.
gonna go with an
Normal.
obscure combo of
Yeah.
water and electric.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go ice and poison.
Ice and poison. Okay. Well, Kipka's the only one so far who got one right. Psychic is one of its. The other is dark.
Oh,
It's
Which-
not water at all.
It's not flying. It's not water. Which a dark Pokemon where its thing says it takes the opportunity to scuttle away and hide. That's not really a dark Pokemon to me.
usually dark Pokemon are literally dark.
Yeah, they're not as cute. And I think the evolved form of this is just as dang cute. So I don't know what the
those
people were
eyes.
thinking. I know,
I
it's
think
too
I need a
much.
list of all the elements.
But
too.
then why does it look like a squid?
That's what I figured
Exactly.
because of Inkay.
Yeah, I don't know. It flies. It's a squid. I think it should be a fairy type, but
Right.
I mean, whatever.
Some
That's
sort of
up to
water.
them. All right, moving on to the next one. Flygon.
Flygon.
Flygon. The flapping wings of its wings sound like singing. That's my Dexter voice.
That's good.
That's
Keep
your
going.
Pokedex voice
The
there.
flapping wings of its wings sound like singing to prevent detection by enemies. It hides itself by flapping up a cloud of desert sand.
It's not a bad Pokedex impression, actually.
That was pretty good.
Okay, so I feel like everyone's gonna want to say grass just because it's green, but I'm
Yes.
actually gonna go with bug
Oh.
and
Ballsy.
dragon.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna go grass dragon.
Grass dragon, all right.
I'm also gonna go with bug and dragon.
Bug and
It's got
dragon.
those bug eyes for sure.
I'm gonna go ground and dragon.
Oh my gosh,
Interesting.
you got it right. Ground and dragon.
Yeah.
What?
No way.
That's awesome.
It
Ground.
comes from Trampinch. Come on.
I
Ground.
I forgot Trampinch was ground.
Wait, it does? Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. And then it goes to Vibrava or whatever.
Yeah,
and
I don't know what
then
any of
that-
those are.
Yeah,
That one.
I guess that kind of gives it away.
It's
Yeah,
green, it can't
I
be like
thought
that.
it was going to be flying or bug in there too. The dragon makes sense, but with a
Yeah.
name like Flygon, you would think at least the flying type would be in there.
Or a
But
fly.
Or bug.
No.
Is there, what,
all right,
bug
so
type?
we're getting into first gen, so you guys will probably know this
Okay,
one.
cool.
But Gyarados.
Yeah, Gyarados. I know this.
Rarely seen in the wild, huge and vicious, it is capable of destroying entire cities in a rage.
Entire cities?
Entire cities, or ash on a boat.
Entire cities by the water.
Yeah.
Gyarados would be dragon and flying.
Okay, dragon and flying.
Oh,
Flying.
I might be
think
wrong,
it's
actually.
dragon water.
Okay.
Yeah, dragon and water.
All right.
Water and flying.
I think you're right.
Water and
actually.
flying.
I think you're right.
Which
Yep.
I love all the little. I love the pictures they have of Gyarados where they have like him
Wings?
flying with the
Wings,
little
yeah.
itty bitty like flaps on the front. Like,
It's not
who
dragon,
decided this thing can fly? Come on.
But doesn't he know Dragon Rage?
He
He does, but
He knows dragon type moves.
But
yeah.
so this is the reason why he isn't Dragon, because the creators of Red and Blue wanted to keep Dragon for just the Dragonair and
That's why I
Dragonite
figured that was
family.
the only dragon one in the
That was the
first game.
only.
Because Charizard's not even.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So they kept it just for that for some reason, which I think they should retcon it now. I don't know
Yeah.
why they haven't at this point to
It
be
should the
Water and
first
Dragon.
3.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of ridiculous. But moving on,
Dragon.
Gen 2 here. We got Lugia.
Okay.
Hakalugia. It is
Legendary.
said to be the guardian of the seas. It is rumored to have been seen on the night of a storm. How ambiguous. The night of a storm. Any storm. All right, so what are its two types?
Water and flying again.
Flying and psychic.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going with flying and psychic.
Okay.
Flying and psychic.
It is flying and psychic. For a guy that lives underwater, he is not a water type.
Well, Ho-Oh
Way to
was
assume
fire,
the gender on
wasn't
that. one.
Ho-Oh, I think, was fire. Correct.
His
Yeah.
wings look like my cat's hands.
he? It looked like our hands.
Jordan, I'll send you a picture so you
Yeah,
can see.
do it. I like that. All right. Moving on to the next one. Dunsparce.
Oh crap!
When spotted, this Pokemon escapes backwards by furiously boring into the ground with its tail. That's what we call
It's got, like,
busting
little
ass.
wings on
So what type is this? It can also float just slightly by using its wings, according to
has
Silver
wings.
Pokedex.
Do you count that as flying?
Okay.
So this one only has one type. I'll give you that
Oh.
hint. So
Oh.
Its types are hovering and cowardice.
yes,
And
Ugly.
ugly.
What was it?
Ugly
this
and
in?
sleepy.
Gold.
It's only one.
It was in Gold and Silver.
It
Yeah,
looks familiar.
Oh, this one's so hard.
yeah.
I'm gonna
See,
say
like, go ahead.
I'm gonna say ground on this.
Yeah.
one.
Ground,
That's what
okay.
I want to
I'm
say,
gonna
but I
say
feel like
ground.
that's too obvious.
I don't know. I throw some obvious ones in there.
Yeah, I guess ground.
It does say in the Pokedex entry it can use its wings to
Watch
fly.
it end up being like electric.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say bug.
It is normal type.
Normal.
Oh, great.
That's the most
normal?
That's the most basic thing you can see. Just throw a Starbucks cup in its hand, and there you go. Normal.
Normal.
All right.
Is it-
Moving on to the next one, which is actually my favorite because it reminds me of a 90s cereal mascot. Like cereal is in the thing you eat as a child.
I eat
Crocodile. He's so hip. He's like, yeah, that's right. Eat my cereal.
I
So,
know this one.
Crocodile, very violent Pokemon. They try to clamp down on anything that moves in front of their eyes. And this is from Pokemon X and Y.
See, that looks like it could be a dark type.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
agree.
okay.
I would say ground and dark.
All right.
That's what I would say.
Ground
Ground,
dark.
and
I'm
dark.
gonna go ground and dark. As
What do you think, Kipka?
Well, it makes me want to say water, but there's no water look to them. But I guess I'm just gonna go with the consensus.
Yeah, it is ground and dark.
Yeah.
It's not too hard, but I wanted to throw this one up there because he just looks so cool. He's like, that's right.
Is
That's
he wearing
right. I'm here.
glasses? Because
I
those-
don't know.
Those look like the glasses.
The
Actually-
Squirtle Squad
Yeah.
I
glasses.
think
Oh.
I think
It
he's
looks
not
like the
wearing
Squirtle
glasses. I
Squad
think what it
glasses.
is that it helps protect his eyes when he kicks up sand or something. Is what it said in one of the Pokedex entries. I didn't want to put too much in there about sand because I didn't want to give away the ground type, but
Right.
there was a lot about sand in their Pokedex entries. Next one, Sudowoodo.
Oh, Sudowoodo
That's
was the
right.
I
coolest.
forget what he is.
Sudowoodo. The
Is this two?
result of its holding the same pose all.
He was a
Okay,
weird.
guys,
Oh, I
this
think I
is my
remember this
favorite
one.
Pokedex entry ever. The result of its holding the same pose all the time is arms that have become supple yet strong. What?
Someone is very sexually interested in this one.
Is that his butt?
Yeah. He doesn't skip legs day.
Those are his-
He
those are his
squats.
thighs.
That's like a hip.
No, that's
his
squats
thigh.
for days.
Look at
I
the
don't
left one.
Squats
Looks like a
for
butt to me.
days. Bubble butt, bubble,
butt.
bubble, bubble butt. So he only has one typing as well.
Yeah, he's a-
she,
he's a-
whatever.
he's
I
a
thought
rock
he had
type.
two.
Okay.
Yeah, rock.
Man, you guys are too good at this.
Well, then I'm gonna go with rock. I was gonna say grass.
He's a
I was
rock
like,
type.
okay.
Give it away.
I thought he was some weird combination of like normal and dark.
No,
I, think,
so-
I was thinking
He
like
seems
grass
dark.
and psychic.
The whole point that he looks like a tree is because he's supposed to fool you that he's actually a rock type. And if you watch the anime, anytime he gets splashed with water, he runs away like crazy. So that kind of gives
Well,
it away that he's
in the
rock.
game, right? Well, you squirt them with
With
water
water.
in
Yeah.
order to have the encounter. To
Oh,
get
that's
past
true.
it.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that too. Man, see, I thought this would be harder, but you guys are killing it.
It was
so
hard for me. I'm glad they went.
yeah.
first.
All right, next one is As You Real.
As you real.
As You Real.
As You Real.
As You Real?
As You
Are-
real.
As You Fake or As You Real?
Oh.
So As You Real is its battle. battles by flinging around its tail, which is bigger than its body. The tail is a flotation device in water. He's got
Clearly that
a
body's bigger.
he's got a built-in cushion
it's a
seat
depth
from
you
the
can't tell.
airplane, so his flotation device is in his tail. So that was from the leaf green era. So what is his typing? It's only one typing.
It's like they wanted
Water.
to combine Squirtle and
so you think
Pikachu.
water? What do you think, Kipka? What's his typing?
I think I. Wait, did you say it was only one type?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess water. Or
Watch it be normal.
normal. I'm gonna go normal.
Okay.
I can't remember. I know.
Meryl.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Marill,
trying
and
to
then
think of
and
what
then
Meryl was.
Yeah, everyone's favorite Pokemon that Tracy had.
Ooh.
Tracy was the dude who drew that took Brock's place
Tracy's a
in
dude.
Orange
Yeah.
Islands. Yeah, it's a dude.
Yeah,
Because
I'll
he
go-
traces things.
I'll go water too.
All right, water.
I want to say water, but I also want to say fairy because.
Mmm.
Looks like a
Well, no,
I
this
forgot
came
about
out.
that
This
type.
came
But
out
I
in
don't know
Leaf
if-
Green,
I don't
and
know if
Fairy
they would
wasn't around
change
then.
it. Oh, that was.
Yeah, that's true. Leaf green.
I guess I'll still go with water.
Water. He is a normal type.
Oh yeah.
There you go, Kipka.
Normal?
Normal type. That
Yeah,
I
dude.
know,
Why did he
right? Who would have
change?
thought?
You can
All
tell
right.
it's just a throw off.
So
'cause he
here
looks
is
so blue.
okay. Do you guys remember Pokemon? Do you guys remember Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. This guy reminds me of the White Ranger's tiger,
whoa.
Solgaleo.
Oh,
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Solgaleo, very regal. So it is said to live in another world. The intense light it radiates from the surface of its body can make the darkest nights light up like midday.
I like how they have these random Pokemon that are like from different dimensions and stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah. Well, that's actually part of the.
So what is his typing?
Well. This would
It
be.
talks a lot about light, radiation, and brightness.
Isn't light a type?
No.
No.
Dark is a type, but light's not a type.
This
Not
would
yet.
be.
Not yet.
This would be steel and psychic.
Okay.
Whoa. You seem very confident about that. Kind of looks like you might have some dark in him though.
Yeah, that shadow right there. Which I'm like, where's that shadow coming
From
from?
his paws and stuff. I don't know.
The sun
gonna
must be
go
over here.
Psychic
Shining on it.
and dark.
Okay, psychic
That's
and
probably
dark.
not it. Those aren't usually combined.
I'm gonna go fairy and psychic.
Fairy and psychic. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like Joe knows it.
I'm gonna go fire and psychic.
Okay, it is psychic and steel. Joe got it.
Oh,
There is
man.
no fire
I knew
in
it.
this guy, which is ridiculous.
It's
there
actually
should
really
be.
weird because he's the sun Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And psychic and steel makes him weak to fire.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird. Who's the moon Pokemon?
I can't remember its name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither can I.
I played both
The
and
last,
then
the
completely
last
forgot.
generations is like.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh well, moving on to the next one. Hey, look who it is! It's Nicki Minaj.
Yes,
it
It's Jinx.
Wow.
So it seductively wiggles its hip as it walks.
Hell
it can
yeah.
cause people to dance in unison with it, which just reminds me of Hocus Pocus when they get hit with
walk
the
all
curse and
sassy.
everyone's all dancing the whole night.
spell on
You'll
you.
dance till you die. I'm like, that's Jinx. She's Winifred.
You think she's the natural blonde?
Yes, definitely a natural blonde. I think she had a nose job or something too.
Yeah, they just got rid of it. It's just
She's
gone.
got
Yeah,
the-
just
she's-
gone.
she caught the
That's no
Voldemort.
joke. So what is her? What do you think her typing is?
This
It's
is what
2.
Jigglypuff aspires to be.
I want to say Jinx is normal.
Okay, normal
Well,
type.
I mean, she's not, but
No, she's one hot bod.
Psychic?
Psychic. Okay, what else do you think? There's 2.
Oh, there's 2.
oh, there's two.
Yeah, there's 2. So,
Oh, my bad.
There
so
wasn't-
normal and normal.
there wasn't-
Psychic and
yeah,
ice.
There wasn't
Psychic
dark
and
back
ice.
I'm
then,
gonna say
right?
psychic.
There wasn't dark back then. It's
oh, I
psychic
think you're
and
right
ice.
with psychic. And
It
ice.
is psychic and ice. They have it. Gen 1 masters
It's
over
so-
here.
There's like ice behind it.
I was really hoping they create a special typing of like hips don't lie for her or something, like but
Are you gonna mention how?
You're gonna
they
mention
actually
how
had to make Jinx purple.
purple. She
when
used to
it
be
wasn't?
black. Yeah. And then it got kind of racist. I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. Does anyone remember the episode in anime where the Tentacool and Tentacruel break down that resort?
I think so.
when it's all huge.
Yeah, like it's huge. They break down the resort. So there's a moment where the owner of that resort is that shrill old lady, and then there's a bunch of people around her, like feeding her grapes, and they all don't have shirts on. When I was a kid, I always thought those were girls because they had long hair and very girlish features. And then I was like, why are these girls naked? Like, what? This is a kid's show. And then realized that that's actually supposed to be men. Did anyone else think that, or is that just me?
I don't
think
remember
it's just-
that.
I don't know, but that's super dope.
I don't know. I thought I was watching porn as a kid. and
Really
I was
doesn't.
just-
Yeah, obviously you didn't still remember it.
anime porn.
It's
That's
still
a
in your
thing.
spank bank that you like
Yep.
recall it.
And then I got into hentai. Moving on to the next one. Palkia.
I have never seen this one before in my
Oh,
life.
okay, cool. So we
This
got
is
a new one.
legendary,
So
isn't it?
Palkia is from Diamond. It has the ability to distort space. It is described as a deity in Sinnoh region mythology. What is its 2 types?
2.
I'm gonna
Dark.
say. Oh, you go first.
You can go first.
You
it's
can
okay.
go. We'll switch it up.
I'm gonna say. Fairy
Okay.
and psychic.
All right.
Okay.
Anyone else want to fight that?
I'm gonna fight it.
This is the one that
I'm gonna say.
I love his neck.
His neck and shoulders are literally just a giant dick.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is.
He's got a lollipop on his shoulder.
I love it. That's
That's
awesome.
funny.
That's great.
I'm gonna go with dark and steel.
Dark and steel.
Are
Okay.
that all the legendary steals?
Maybe they missed the steal your girl.
Oh.
You shut your mouth.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with fairy and steel.
Okay.
Kipka.
No idea.
Dark and steel.
Okay. So this is probably the
Fairy-
hardest one because
Fairy
none of you
was
guys
not out
even got
here
one
yet.
of them right. It was water and dragon.
Oh, I wanted to
Water.
say
No.
dragon.
So here's the thing. In my notes, I write what the type is, and then I wrote seems like something, so I can say it seems like it should be this. This I wrote seems like not water. So that's all I got. All right.
Any other type besides water? It's probably what it
Just
should be.
water and
Not
dragon.
pink to
Yeah.
blue, it would
I
make
agree.
way
It
more
should be
sense.
dragon and steel because it looks very steelish
Yeah.
or psychic or something. But moving on to the next one, we got Goomy.
Oh,
This guy,
Look
it
at
is.
him.
It's covered in a slimy membrane
Me too.
that makes any punches or kicks slide off it harmlessly. That slimy membrane.
What are the chances
The
you get
afterbirth.
that tattooed on your chest right
On my
here?
chest?
Yeah.
No. One out of-
Yeah.
So what do you think? It's got one type.
2,000?
What
I'm
is
gonna
it?
go
What
with
type is mud?
poison.
1,400.
Muck-
Damn.
wait,
Going
wait.
with poison.
Poison. All right. One typing.
I kind of want to go poison too because it kind of looks like muck. It's like melting. But I'm gonna go. Normal.
Normal. All right.
That's like
that-
your go-to.
That looks so normal. He got it one time. He got it.
Yeah, I'll go with poison. Did you say it's two of them?
It's just one.
Oh, then I'll go
Okay.
poison.
So goofy looking.
It's really goomy looking.
It is a Goomy.
I'm gonna go grass.
Oh, that's a good guess.
So it's a dragon type.
Get out of here.
It is a dragon type.
Does it
Yes.
What
evolve into a
generation?
dragon?
You're horrible at
It's
this.
from where are we? It's from X and Y.
Oh, wow.
It
looks like
actually
a dragon
evolves
pooped
into
him
something
out.
a little bit more dragon looking, but still it's
Still a
not
little
very
Goomy?
yeah, it's still a Goomy. All right.
Still a Goomy.
We're doing another one from Gen 1, which is actually kind of a trick question here, but you guys may know it since you guys seem to be so good at the Gen 1 stuff. We got Psyduck.
Water.
All right.
Water.
I'm gonna say water as well.
Water.
Man, you guys didn't even let me say the Pokedex entry.
Oh, yeah.
While,
Say it, say
while
it.
lulling its enemies with its vacant look, this wily Pokemon will use psychokinetic powers.
Too bad.
It's still just water. It has no psychic whatsoever,
Well,
which is
even
so
Golduck.
weird.
Golduck
Yeah, Golduck
is-
doesn't either.
yeah.
But Golduck doesn't have the psychokinetic stuff like Psyduck does for some reason.
So does anyone remember this? Like resonated with me when I was a child.
The
because
catfish episode?
No, but I
Oh.
get migraines all the time.
Okay.
And then Psyduck's whole thing was that he would get headaches and then
Yes.
would accidentally like do psychic things.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember one time Misty was yelling at Psyduck. He had a headache and he was like drinking water from a waterfall, and she was like, "Don't drink that water. It'll just make your headache worse." And I was like, at that point in time, they just told an entire generation of children to not be hydrated.
Yeah, exactly. Dehydrate yourself, you'll pass out, and your headache won't even matter anymore. That's essentially what it is. I like the episode where she kicks it, and then she thinks it turns into Golduck,
Yeah.
but it's not actually her Golduck, and then it's like a whole catfish episode, and I'm like, nice.
It's real good.
She
All right.
kicked Psyduck?
Yeah, she kicked it, and she thought it turned into a Golduck, but it was someone else's Golduck or something like that. Like, I don't remember. All right, moving on to the next one. Everyone's favorite, Gran Bowl. This cute, adorable Gran Bowl.
Fairy.
What generation is this out of?
This
Gold and
is
silver.
Too.
Crystal,
Right?
whatever generation that is.
Crystal is the same as
Gold and silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2. Here, I'll give you the Pokedex entry.
I don't think that was like that.
It can
they
make
didn't have
most
that
any
Voltorb, right?
Pokemon
So-
run away by simply opening its mouth wide to reveal its big fangs.
I'm gonna,
Is
I'm
it
gonna
two
say
types?
normal.
Normal? It's just one.
I'm gonna go fairy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Normal,
dark.
fairy, dark.
Kipka.
Oh man, I want to say normal so badly.
It's your go-to.
Dark.
It seems like it should be dark or normal, but it is fairy.
It is fair. I can't remember.
Cam got it right. All right, we
Fairy
have.
wasn't even around in Gen 2.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Wait,
Fairy came out in X
no,
and
but
Y.
No, it wasn't
but
called
no,
They
Fairy came out
reclassified?
in Gen 4, but Crystal was a Gen 4 remake of Gold and Silver.
Boom.
So, last one
My
here.
mind's being blown.
Everyone's favorite child's play toy, Bronzor.
What
It
the
looks like a
heck?
little like chew toy or something.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Bronzor, X-ray photos were taken to check its body structure. Nothing appeared, however.
Was this a Gen
I'm gonna
3?
go.
This is Pearl.
I'm gonna-
So that's 4.
Yeah.
If nothing appeared and they took X-rays, that means
Yep.
it's made out of lead, which
Mhm.
means that
Let that.
it's a lead type.
A lead type.
No, I'm
Like the paint we should eat.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That I currently eat.
Yes.
But I'll go steel
Okay. It's two
I-
types.
Oh, it is.
and steel and I hate its eyeballs.
I know, right?
I hate its face so
I
much.
hate the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just want
Is it
to.
smiling?
Does it have a
or-
mouth?
No, I don't think it's smiling. I think it's because if you look at it upside down, I guess it's still smiling.
frowning.
Yeah.
It's frowning. Yeah, the top is frowning, the bottom's smiling.
I don't know. I'll go steel and red and rock.
Okay, steel and rock.
I feel like
That's rock.
I feel like there's Ghost in here somewhere.
All right,
man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go.
Ghost and
Those
and
eyes.
normal.
I'm going classic.
Ghost and Dark.
Ghost
classic
and dark.
Steel Dragon right there.
Oh.
All right, steel dragon.
I'm gonna go steel grass.
All right, what did you say, Cam?
I said steel and rock.
All right, steel and psychic is what it is.
Ooh, I actually kinda
No
would've-
ghost
I was
type,
gonna
which
say
I thought
psychic.
there would be a ghost type in there too if you take an
Yeah.
X-ray and nothing shows up.
Yeah.
But yeah, steel and psychic. This little goober is steel and psychic. He looks like a Beauty and the Beast character, like a cog out of a big clock or something.
Right,
Um,
he looks
it's like one of
Massager.
baby
the sex toy came to life.
Yes, exactly. It's a giant condom with weird balls on the side. So
It's a special ring
that
you
is
put on.
the end of that thing.
Oh, that was rad. We were like very mediocre at that.
No,
You
you guys
were
did
actually
great.
pretty bad at it.
That was a hard.
did.
That was a hard thing to do because you're going in with no knowledge except like a really ambiguous Pokedex entry I'm giving you because I picked
Yeah.
the most ambiguous ones I could.
Looks like
and you guys got
really
probably
ran
about
out
half of
ideas
them
for How to
right.
draw Pokemon.
So what we're gonna do next, because I am a lazy son of a bee, we're gonna play a game called Real or Fake Quiz. But I didn't actually create it. I just found one on the internet
Rad.
because didn't have time this morning to do that.
Oh, yeah, keep showing us that.
So I'm actually gonna play it with you because
Find
I
this
didn't
on-
go through this
Did you
yet.
find this on Facebook?
No, I found it on thequiz.com. Check out our sponsor, thequiz.com. So here we go. Here's the first one. The lava anteater Heatmore.
Dude, the Pokemon names are so bad.
I'm gonna be
Heat
guessing
more.
fake on this one.
What's our consensus, guys?
Oh gosh.
Oh, I hope Heatmore is real.
Heat.
So we got one fake,
More
one
heat.
real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fake.
I'm gonna go
Two
fake.
three. So all people are fake. I actually know this one is real. So you guys got that wrong.
So lame.
Moving on to Gerbolo. Gotta go fast. Like, is this just Sonic the Hedgehog? What is this?
That's what it looks like.
Fake.
Fake.
So is that
Kangaroo
actually
rat.
wait? Are you talking about is the name real or is that
No, it's
No,
the
the
Pokemon,
Pokemon
the
itself.
name and the thing
Oh,
real.
so that's just so it could just be a made up.
It could just be a made up drawing, yeah.
Oh, that's fake.
Fake.
Yeah, it's fake. It's Gerbola. It sounds like a virus, like
Yeah,
Ebola,
copy-
Ebola, whatever.
Copy
Gerbola.
It just looks like
So
a
this
gerbil.
one
So
must have had
Ebola
some
in
not
Jersey.
safe for work content here because they took it away. But
Ampharos is
Yeah, Ampharos is real.
yeah, I did know that too. It's the electric type.
Yeah, they had a nude of it.
It's
Real
the
one.
final form of
What?
Mareep.
Yep, I actually had which game was it in? Because I remember when I got to the end, I still had an Ampharos in my party, and I was like, "What have I been doing with this whole time?"
Was it
Gen-
3?
Was it 3?
Mareep's Gen 2.
Gen 2? Then yeah, I got to like the Pokemon League with that, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool, whatever. I
Yeah.
guess this guy's chilling. So Turtonator, the Lava Shield, Turtonator, he'll be back with his Lava Shield on his back.
I think this is real.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Doesn't that background look like the sun and moon?
Yeah,
It
Totally
does,
does.
but I mean,
That
Photoshop
name.
is a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Turtonator's fake because there's
So one
other-
fake.
There's other turtle ones.
So one fake, and then Cole, you said, Cole, you said fake.
Let's go. I want to go real because
So we have two
I
reals.
think it's pretty cool.
Or no, we have a fake, we have a real,
Real.
two real. What do you think, Kipka?
Wait, could it be the names wrong or is it
No,
the whole thing?
it's a whole thing. It's all or nothing.
I'm gonna go real.
So we're doing real, right? I lost track of who said what. Is it real?
Yeah, we have 3
Okay,
for
let's
real
go
and
real.
2 for fake.
It's real.
nice.
They
Yeah.
like turtles.
Next
They do like
questions. Boom.
Fortress, real.
That is
Fortress.
real.
Yeah,
That is
everyone
real.
knows that's real. All right. What about this perfect
Fake.
cuddle buddy,
Fake.
Luxalong?
Fake.
Luxalong.
I want Lexalon.
That
Everyone.
looks like a Neopet.
I was just gonna say it's a Neopet.
Oh, what
That's
if
It
it
looks,
awesome.
like it looks like a fancy ferret.
Can we all create Neopet accounts again and hang
Yes.
out with
Is this
Neopets?
still
What,
around?
what do you mean?
Yeah, it is still
again?
around.
Yeah,
Again,
what do you
I'll
mean
just
again?
log into my old Neopet account. They'll probably all be dead on the island. It is
Oh,
a fake, I believe. How about high jump kick, Megalopuni?
Is there a
I'm
mega?
trouble even seeing it.
Megalopuni.
I didn't know there was a mega version of that.
There are a lot of Pokemon based on everyday creatures, so it makes sense that Game Freak would try and create more unique designs with these animals.
I'll say fake on that one.
Fake, one fake.
But that's like a real Pokemon.
Yeah,
just
but I
know
don't
if
think
it goes
there's a mega.
Might be a trick question, I don't know.
Oh,
Like I said, I don't know the answers.
That's a fanfic picture. Fake news.
Fake.
look at those thighs.
So is that too fake?
I'm gonna
Man,
go,
I would be a terrible waiter because I've already forgotten what everyone
Your
said.
eyes seem to draw low on these Pokemon.
Too fake.
I'm gonna go real.
Real.
Look at the butts.
I'm gonna go real.
Real. Oh man, so I'm the tiebreaker?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go real.
Oh!
There is a Mega Lopunny! Is it Lopunny or Lupuni?
I don't know, but that's very punny.
Hey, what is it in
Wah, wah, wah.
yeah, dang it, in Johnny Tsunami. Oh, Puno and
Puno.
Mega Puno. Okay, sorry,
Hey,
that was
Puno.
not a good
Oh,
joke.
fake.
Cutting that one out.
Fake.
Fake.
What
What is this?
Chimiconda, that's totally real, guys. Look at that thing. It's not
What
at
if it
all.
was? We're like, oh, it's fake.
It's not at all someone watched Cat Dog and thought they'd just do this. The dynamic of Hombo and Harambe.
Fake.
Fake.
That's fake.
Fake.
That's real.
Oh,
In
man.
my heart.
Fake.
So everyone
In my
thinks
heart,
it's
that's
everyone
real.
thinks it's
I mean, it
fake.
goes.
It's fake.
Harambe
I
a ghost type.
for some reason I feel like this was real, but I think it was just a
No,
funny
don't you
thing
know
that
who
people
Harambe
did.
is?
No, I know who Harambe is, but I almost
Who's
feel like
Hambo?
I would have guessed real until it did say ghost type. The ghost type was like, okay, that's a little fake. How about Durant?
Oh, Kevin
Durant, yeah.
Kevin Durant is-
comma Kevin.
Kevin
Pretty sure he's
Durant
not
is
on it.
real.
This one says getting antsy, aren't we?
I say
Ooh.
both those are fake right there.
Kevin Durant is real.
I would say Durant is real, but the that
No,
one's
Orchint
Yeah, I
is
think-
not real.
Yeah.
So are we going fake or real?
Real on Durant.
Real
for
on
me.
Durant.
It's
Yeah.
real.
Oh, really? Wow.
What about hi there, little
Nope.
cutie, or chinks,
Nope.
or
Fake.
kinks, or
What's
thinks?
going on with the end of its tail?
Fake.
Everyone thinks this one's fake,
It
right?
looks like
Yeah,
udders.
Fake.
Looks like udders.
Oh, thank God! I
What
was
if you
hoping
could,
that was not real.
Milk its tail.
Yeah.
It has like little teats.
I
On it.
really was
Oh,
hoping
yeah.
that wasn't
You
real.
can- you can
Another
milk
not
cat.
safe
You
for
can
work
milk
one.
cat, yeah.
Just keep swimming,
Ink
and shark, and shark.
I don't know
I'm
that
gonna go
name.
I don't
fake.
know the name. Fake.
Fake. I feel like is this name just like in our movie we have dolphins and shark.
Real.
Fake.
Fake.
So how about Vanillux?
Real.
Real.
That's real.
Delicious.
That's something so dumb
Vanillux.
that they would make it real.
It is real.
It's real.
Which is unfortunate because in the next segment where I'm going to have I'm going to have Cam draw. I'm looking at Cole here. I'm going to have Cam draw some Pokemon. Vanillux was one of the names I pulled
Oh,
out. So
okay.
I'm taking that one out. And we all know Azuriel is
This is
real,
real.
which Azuriel sounds like a Lord of the Rings character.
And Into the Badlands.
I don't know if this ends. So we're going to go to 20 and then just call it quits. But
Corphish
Corphish
is
is
real.
real.
Corphish, yes.
That next one, I don't
Is
think
not real.
No.
Lucaris. It's like
there's
it's
a Pokemon that
Lucario.
looks kind of like
Lucario.
it.
Yeah,
No, there's another
yeah,
one that
fake.
even
Because
looks like it.
that's
but
fake.
Not,
yeah,
that's not
it's
real.
like a fake Lucario.
Garden- Next
Yeah,
one's real.
Gardevoir is real.
Yeah.
Gardevoir, which
Yeah.
she's fairy.
She's psychic.
Oh,
Psychic.
psychic.
Though her Mega Evolution adds a.
What
a
is
second.
this thing?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Land-
and it's different whether if you have a male or a female.
Whoa.
So this is the face of no regrets,
That's-
Landoris.
I think that's real. I think that's one of the.
Hybrid
I
between a
don't even
genie
know
and
what
a
I'm
I
bodybuilder.
can't.
looking
Yeah,
at
I can't
here.
even see what I'm looking
What
at
am I
here.
looking at here?
It looks like
Genie and
a
bodybuilder.
minimal poster for a movie or
I'm
something.
gonna go
I
fake
wanna
just
say-
because I can't even see it.
I want to say real.
Am I looking into a cloud and I have to find
Fake
the
news.
face? Is it Ronald McDonald?
I
Is it?
don't know.
So we going fake or real?
My vote is fake.
I'm going with Cole. I'm gonna
Real?
Go real.
Real.
What do you think, Kipka?
Fake.
You're the tiebreaker.
Oh,
It's
wow.
real.
Oh.
Man, how
Wow.
many new-
Hey,
Smoochum is real.
my connection on.
Smooch is
Yeah,
real.
Smoochum is real.
That's the baby
Smoochum
jinx,
is real.
right?
All right, so we're done with that now. That was fun. Wasn't that fun? That
was
was fun.
fun. I liked it.
So we'll get out of this
Smooch 'em.
if I know how
Look
to.
at the sassy hips that thing
know.
had.
You said there's like 800 Pokemon now?
802.
102.
Yeah, so you could just throw up anything and I'm just going to believe you.
Seriously. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next one, which is going to be a little hard because I didn't get you any paper, Cam.
Oh.
I'm back. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
For the game.
We are
What's
back.
that Pokemon? Or
Oh,
name that
yeah.
Pokemon or
Who's that
whatever.
Pokemon?
Just draw
Who's
it.
that Pokemon? So the first one
Pikachu.
is Klefki.
Oh, I know
Man,
Klefki.
I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, it's
so it obviously
ridiculous.
has a cleft lip,
It's ridiculous.
The Clef.
and it's a fairy. A cleft lip fairy.
I'm trying to think of the best way to
got sideburns.
logistically show this to our viewers. Which,
Take a picture of it.
sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah, you get to hear me just scratch.
Yeah, he's scratching. We'll paint you a nice verbal picture of it.
That's cool. So here's my
Klefki.
I have a master's in fine art, okay, and also I am drawing very quickly, which means that all of these are gonna look super weird.
I just
That's
watched
okay.
the Mastermind, that Will Ferrell animated movie. It was on TV.
Oh, the one that Ryan kept trying to push with free posters
I have
when
no
you would
idea,
win?
but that's exactly what this friend looks like in his robot. It's a fish with a robot suit. Looks
Made by
just like
DreamWorks,
yes. Yeah.
All right,
Is
so
this
show us
Klefki?
Klefki. That's Klefki. Okay, it looks like a drooly fish. I like it. Now, there's no keys in there, right? Like you didn't get the the memo that there might be a key.
Give him
Yeah,
a
have him
necklace.
holding a key.
A little keychain.
There you go. That is the key to Cam's heart, if anyone wants to know.
and you have to have a Klefki palette.
There you go.
To get it.
Boom. There's Klefki. You ready for this?
Yeah.
That's Klefki.
Oh my God. Awful.
Literally a keychain. It is a
Got your car
keychain.
keys.
That's a Pokemon.
All right.
That's a Pokemon.
You ready for this
It's
next
actually
one?
fairy type.
This
makes me
next
not wanna
one-
play any Pokemon game.
A Garbodor.
Dude,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Garbodor. Do you actually know this one?
I made a Garbodor joke the other day.
Oh, okay.
I told Cole that his favorite Pokemon was Garbodor.
Now, are you a
It's
Garbodor
not.
fan or a Trubbish fan?
Oh, see, I
neither.
think I'm
Neither.
accidentally drawing Trubbish right now.
Uh-oh.
If we're being real.
So I think that when they decided to create Garbodor, they were like, we had Weezer that just looks like it's in constant pain and suffering. So
Weezing
what?
or Weezer?
Weezer.
Weezer the best.
Weezing.
Weezer the
Weezer.
best.
Well, Weezer's in constant suffering too.
Rivers
Beverly
Cuomo
Hills.
is there.
Yeah, they love Beverly Hills. No, I mean Weezing. Oh my gosh. Dang, I should not have listened to Weezer on the way over here.
Actually, have you heard Weezer's cover
Of Africa?
Africa?
No, I haven't yet, but I see a bunch of people posting about it, and I love Blessing the Rains down in Africa, so I will
What
listen
about
to that.
they came out with Rosanna like
Yes.
a
Yeah.
week beforehand?
Yeah.
You know why
Africa
they
is
did
better.
that, right?
Why?
So some like little teenager was like, they have an Instagram account called Weezer Cover Africa, and they were hounding Cuomo forever, and they were like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll cover Toto for you, and then covered Rosanna.
That's funny.
Oh, that's good. Let's see it.
What's Trubbish?
Yes, you're drawing Trubbish.
Yep, you're drawing Trubbish.
Garbodor is
No,
even
that is
more
a great
disgusting.
drawing.
right.
He is the one that looks like he has piping and nasty poop all over him.
That's right.
This
Green-
is got cute ears.
Yeah, I would
Can we
take.
just talk about how great that drawing is.
Yeah,
it looks
I would-
like something out of Brave Little Toaster.
Yes, that is so true. The trash bag from Brave Little Toaster. All right, the next one is Clink.
Oh, I know this
A
one.
chain?
What happened? Yes, I like it. Except you missed the memo. It's two of them.
Oh no! That's why I was like, oh no.
It also doesn't have two eyes.
Two. There you go. Yeah, X's. I love
And
it.
they're like surprised mouth.
All right, so
like
the next
coughing.
one we already know, vanilla, 'cause we won't do
Right,
that
we won't
one.
do that.
That's a ridiculous double ice cream
Wait, is
cone.
Is he smoking?
But it's
Yeah, it's
smoking.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on with that one. But how about Doublade?
Doublade, yeah.
Doublade.
I know that one.
I like
too.
this Pokemon.
Do you want to
Doublade.
draw one? While
It's-
draw
I
one,
don't.
and
I
we'll
don't
see?
want to draw that one.
Well, here, we'll just see what he looks like, and we'll go to
It's,
the next
it's
one.
actually good for
Because I
tournaments
think there's
and,
the
like,
next one I want you to
competitive
draw. But Doublade is literally
it's
two
two
blades, double
blades.
blade.
Why did you choose all these ones?
Because I thought they were funny. I wanted to see all the ridiculous, stupid ones,
They're
what you would draw
hilarious.
for him.
They're
Yeah,
absolutely
which
hilarious.
the next one is also stupid and hilarious. A Lampent.
Oh, watch it just be a lamp.
Man, Pokemon really just ran out of ideas. Just started making random objects.
Well, when you have
Pokemon.
802 Pokemon, they can't all be gold
And they're all
or
turtles.
silver or red and blue. Yeah,
All turtles.
all turtles.
Rather
just
than
were-
all be turtles and just like keys.
Yeah, they were just
Years.
looking around the office. They're like, okay, how can we make that into a Pokemon?
Yeah.
How can we make that into
Well,
a
don't
Pokemon?
they have a Pokemon that looks like a microphone? They probably have one that looks like.
No, I think
a
just
bottle of beer.
Jigglypuff has the microphone.
Well, there's
What's
a
that looks
Sharpie?
like a
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
that
it
one
is a
that looks
Sharpie.
like a music note.
No. Is there?
No, I don't think
Probably.
so.
Probably.
I don't remember.
There's 800 of them. There's probably one.
Is that
Well, maybe that's
Treblor?
in the 900s.
You know what I always thought funny about Digimon was that they all ended in Mon. Why don't they do that in Pokemon?
Yeah.
they would
Because
run
it's
out
a
of stuff.
different franchise, Jordan.
I still have trouble figuring that out to this
Why
day.
isn't Digimon around anymore?
I know that was a good show.
Because they
I
put
liked
on
it.
after every name.
Yeah, maybe Animatamon. They all got really long. All right, let's see. Lampet. Oh, I like yours way better than this one. This,
Yeah.
This one is like
Awful.
awful.
No,
yours
yours
is
is
10
great.
times better.
Yours is great because it has like the typical like party where they put the
I
curtain
think
on
that's
someone's
what it
head.
is.
He's in constant party mode. I love it. I
Yours
think that's
also is not going anywhere.
that is the end of it. That is all of what I'm going to have you draw. So yeah, that was our episode. I feel like it
Oh,
was
boy.
a little bit more heavy on me talking a lot. But so what do you guys want to talk about on Pokemon? Let's hear it.
If anyone wants to buy these,
Yes. Hang on, I got to scan them first so I can put them in on the
yeah, I will.
Video.
I will sign them all, and I will. Is this one Clink?
Clink.
Yeah, I guess.
You should put them up on your what is it? Cottonwood? What is your Yeah.
It's a Cottonwood _ art.
There you go. Cottonwood _ art.
Cottonmouth Cam.
Cottonmouth.
What's this thing's called? This one called Lampent.
Lampent.
That's gonna be the big seller. Right?
Lampent.
Yeah, Lampent.
I don't know. I like Trubbish or
Yeah, the
Garbodor.
Trubbish one was
The-
so good.
The Garbodor from
Garbodor, I love
Brave
it.
I feel like
Little
this made
Toaster.
me not want to play a new Pokemon
Brave-
game because there's so many garbage Pokemon.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah.
run now.
Well,
so.
here, yeah, you can run and you
Run
can
past the
skate.
bad Pokemon.
They brought rollerblading back.
They said
And
the
you can
new one is
actually
gonna just be
fly.
the original Pokemon.
like in
Is
X
it?
and
The
Y.
Pokemon Let's Go is
I
like
was like,
the Let's Go. I think is just gonna be the original.
Really? Have they said enough on the show yet, or on the game yet, to actually say whether or not it's going to be
I think
just
I
the
read that it
original?
was just the
What?
original.
Yeah, just
the
Kanto.
new one.
Yeah.
The-
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just Kanto region.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
Everything
Which
I
is
know.
Oh, but it said that there's gonna be. I guess there's in some new shows. There's alternate looks of the. Original.
Yeah,
They
so-
did that in
Yeah,
the
Aloha
Hoenn
versions.
region.
Yeah, they have that in the past 2 games, I think, where they have like region-specific versions of
So
old
they're gonna have
Pokemon.
the region.
Which do you think they'll have
shiny?
shinies in this one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sure, it's something they'll like add as a little Easter egg.
You can
Maybe.
You can hook it up to your Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
if you
And
have
now-
a shiny,
So it
you
said
might
you-
be able to bring it
And
in.
the peripheral looks like an actual Pokeball.
Pokemon Go, Pokemon
Right.
to
That's
your
kinda
game.
cool.
Which is amazing,
vice
and like
versa,
the
I think.
little button on it, like
Yeah.
this little guy,
Yeah.
is a joystick.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually moves like a
Yeah.
joystick?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, it's like
cool.
it's rad.
I don't know. I always wanted to get. Me and you actually said once they come out with the bracelet for Pokemon Go, we're gonna get it, and then we
yeah,
never
but
did.
then we started playing Pokemon Go. We're like, oh, this isn't exactly what we thought it was gonna be.
I guess it was what I thought it was gonna be. I just got bored of
Why do you
it.
need a
Not bored, but
bracelet?
I mean, it was taking up too much of my time. Where like every time I was going somewhere, it took me twice as long because I was stopping to get Pokemon. Like I went on a run one time around my neighborhood, and like I came back after 45 minutes, and my wife was like, "Oh, you were running a long time." I'm like, "Yeah, I was actually catching Pokemon like the whole time." I'd run like 10 feet and be like, "New Pokemon," and I'd stand there, and then I'd run 10 feet and be like, "Ah, yeah."
Man,
so
where is this route? I need to get this spot. All those Pokemon.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
by
it's
my
a
old
lot in a
house in
row.
the Sienna Villas. There were Pokemon all over that place. And there was a
Nice.
gym
By the
right
mall.
down the street, like right by my house where the pool was, so I could sit in my living room and fight at the gym. So I was like, that's right.
So anyone,
Everyone
who
come at me. Come
wants
at
to
me.
Find Pokemon, go to the Sienna Villas.
Yeah, there you
in
go.
Valencia.
Yeah, fly from China all the way over to nice sunny Santa Cruz, California to go to the Sienna Villas.
Has anyone played Pokken? The Tekken
Oh, yeah.
and Pokemon
I
like
tried it.
crossover.
Was it good?
No, I didn't even know that existed.
It was kind of hard.
It's on like Switch and Wii U.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
it
either
looks
of
it
those.
looked hard. It also looked ridiculous because Pikachu, like this isn't Super Smash Brothers. What is
Right.
Pikachu doing in there? Like you have Machamp, you have
Well, does anyone remember
Lucario.
Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
64?
Pokemon Stadium. That was a great
Great.
game. I dusted off the old N64 a few years back and played Pokemon Stadium, and
It's very slow.
It's very, very slow.
How dare you let it collect dust?
I know,
John?
right? That's my bad. I actually don't know where my N64 is right now.
Mine is right underneath my television in my bedroom, sitting there with Smash Brothers inside it.
Is it still plugged in?
Oh yeah.
We have
See-
Pokemon Stadium and N64 at our house right now.
This is where we need to go play, because one of the episodes we want to do is play old N64 games and do that. And I wanted to play GoldenEye again
Oh.
and see how
wow.
ridiculous
Oh,
that
like
is.
slappers only.
Yeah, slappers only, just like go nuts. Odd Job. No, that'd be funny. What about Pokemon Snap?
I remember
The
that.
best.
We were
That was
just
pretty
playing
cool.
that.
Yeah.
I just rebeat it. I borrowed
yeah?
his Pokemon Snap in our apartment, and I beat it in like 2 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How about more Pokemon stuff, guys? Any more Pokemon stuff? Or are we done for the day?
Is this just like
That's funny.
How many kids do you think were completely frustrated by using a Master Ball on like
Caterpie?
nobody Pokemon?
Like a Pidgey.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Like,
Rattata.
because as a
Restart
kid,
the game.
yeah, when I got that, I so badly wanted to use it, but my friend was like, "Don't do it. You have to use it on Mewtwo." I'm
You
like,
saved it
"Okay."
for Mewtwo.
Yeah, I'm like, "Okay, sorry."
I really want this Pidgey,
I'm like,
guys.
yeah, guys, come on. I'm never gonna get better than this level 25 Raichu or whatever. You can't actually find that in the wild.
Or you could be like me and do missing note to get
Yeah.
99 rare candy and
Oh, yeah.
99
Yes.
Master Balls.
I wish they had those glitches in the newer games because let's be honest, it made it so easy to just
Yeah.
beat everything.
When you
But
fly to Viridian City, talk to the guy, watch the whole tutorial,
Yeah.
fly back to Cinnabar,
Cinnabar
Island,
Island,
surf
surf.
the right coast.
Mhm. So much good stuff. I
never
miss
do it.
that.
And it was like the
Cinnabon Island.
sixth item.
Bon Island.
And it was like the sixth item in your item list gets a
Yeah.
like
Did
infinite
anyone
amount.
put the
multiply.
bicycle there? 'Cause I didn't.
No.
It didn't do anything. It just said the
infinity bicycles?
Yeah, I was like, I want a million bicycles. We go. They didn't give me one, so I'm gonna pass them out to everyone. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna sign off. So thank you guys for coming and talking about Pokemon today, for
Yeah,
drawing
man.
some Pokemon. I think we're gonna do another episode where we're actually watch some Pokemon episodes and then discuss it.
Right.
That might be a little bit more interesting for people because this was very visually based, and I didn't realize till after I created everything this morning. I was like, well, this is going to be a bummer for all the audio listeners. So all you audio listeners out there, go watch the YouTube video. Yeah,
Let's be honest. Everyone just listens for your voice.
that's
anyways.
true. My voice is very soothing.
Well, I have
Alright,
some
you are
good
now
news.
going to sleep.
I have some good news. You get to hear his beautiful voice
Yes.
in the visual one as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is there as well. My awesome, beautiful voice. We'll keep it.
Oh boy.
Now you sound like me.
Yeah, right.
Jordan's always
you
had a face
you
for
are
radio.
a strong, confident woman. Go out there and get it.
I'm going to show my Pokemon tattoo.
Yeah, show your Pokemon tattoo. Squirtle. There it is.
It's like you're
Boom.
showing the microphone.
Yeah, the microphone loves
Yeah, we can see it. I'll zoom in on that, and boom, there it is. And then just imagine that as a Charmander on
Cool.
a slightly more hairy leg.
hairy.
Okay.
More hairy,
Yeah.
little
Okay.
wider.
There we go. There we go. So if you guys enjoy
squats.
nostalgia, we have a bunch of other nostalgia-filled episodes like "Are You Afraid of the Dark?", "Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles," both of our '90s theme song trivia episodes.
Rewind that again.
And rewind and Goose. What did they say in Willy Wonka? Rewind, redo.
Oh, boy.
Oh man, guys, no one knows the Willy Wonka stuff. All right,
no.
anyway, and Goosebumps. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the episode. But if you didn't, forget you, screw you, screw you.
That was gonna go-
It's my
You almost
podcast.
needed a bark.
Oh yeah, everyone, give us a nice little Asha.
Okay.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, do it again. Do it. Sign us off. Nice.